Hi everyone, I'm Xiao Yu from Susan's family. Today I'm bringing you the Summer Blossom cover-up. This cover-up is made up of the body, the sleeves and the edging. It comes in 2 sizes and 2 sleeve lengths. The difference between short and long sleeves is the number of rounds in the sleeve motifs. Other than that, for different styles and sizes, the edging part is the same. The crocheting method for the body is similar across sizes, just the number of rounds and motifs varies. The crocheting method here for the sleeves is different. Moving forward, I'll use the small size short sleeve as an example. I'll explain separately when we reach different parts. Let's start by learning how to crochet the body. The body is divided into front and back pieces. It's made by crocheting and joining the motifs as you go. Pay attention to the side seams and shoulders which need to be connected together. It's made up of motif 1, motif 2, and motif 3. When crocheting, follow the order and finish all of motif 1 first. Then crochet motif 2 and motif 3 at the corresponding positions. Next, please watch the demonstration. First, let's learn how to make motif 1. Start with a chain ring method. Crochet in rounds counterclockwise. There are quite a few new stitch techniques used here. They will all be shown in the chart. Next, please watch the demonstration. To make it easier to watch, I'll demonstrate using cotton yarn. The colors are random. For specific yarn, color scheme and hook size, please refer to the detail page of our product and the paper pattern instruction. Start with a foundation chain of 6 stitches. Then slip stitch into the first stitch to form a ring. Pull tight. This completes the cast on. Check the middle where there's a small hole. Now continue with the first round. Start with 3 chains to begin. This counts as 1 double crochet. Match it to the small hole at the base. Continue with 2 chain spaces. Then pick up the stitch through the small hole. Work 1 double crochet and 2 chains. Place the yarn tail over the hook and pull it through together. These 3 stitches are considered as one group. Repeat this pattern once. Then work 4 more groups. After finishing, make a beginning chain, which marks the start of this round. Count up from the bottom, the 3rd stitch. Pick up both threads on the right side. Work 1 slip stitch. Pull tight. At this point, the first round is complete. Consider this side as the right side. When crocheting later, the right side should face you. Now work on round 2. First, pick up the chain stitch loop to the left. Work 1 slip stitch. The oval-shaped slip stitch in the diagram indicates not to pull tight. This moves the yarn tail into the chain space. Continue by making 1 beginning chain as the turning chain for the single crochet. It doesn't count as a stitch. Then work 1 single crochet into the hole below. 1 half double crochet. 3 double crochets. 1 half double crochet and 1 single crochet. The 7 stitches you've completed are considered one group. Repeat this group pattern. Work all the way around the round. Pay attention that each group is worked into the whole of the previous round. After completing, join with a slip stitch to the first stitch of this round. Pull tight. The second round is complete. Continue to crochet the 3rd round. First, chain 5. Then find the bottom left side. This double crochet from the first round. Pick up the entire double crochet. Work 1 back post single crochet. The hook comes out through the right side of this double crochet. Insert from the left side. Yarn over and draw through. Yarn over and pull through all the loops on the hook. The back post single crochet is complete. Treat the crocheted part as one group. Crochet another group. First, chain 5. Then on the double crochet of the first round on the left side, work a back post single crochet. Come out through the right side of the double crochet, insert from the left side, yarn over and draw through. Yarn over and pull through all the loops on the hook. The back post single crochet is done. One more group is completed. Repeat the pattern of one group downward. Finish this round. After completing, pick up the left chain space. Make one slip stitch. Pull tight. The third round is complete. Now crochet the fourth round. Start with 4 chain stitches. Then work 6 treble crochets into the hole below. The technique for treble crochet is, wrap the yarn over the hook twice, draw the yarn through the hole. There are now 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops on the hook. Repeat this 3 times. 1 treble crochet is completed. Now make another stitch. Wrap the yarn over the hook twice, insert the hook and draw the yarn through. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops on the hook. Repeat this 3 times. The treble crochet is completed. Continue crocheting treble crochets. After completing, chain 4. Continue by slip stitching into the current chain space. Then into the left side chain space. Work 1 slip stitch, 4 chain stitches, 6 treble crochets. Four chain stitches and 1 slip stitch. Treat the stitches worked into this chain space as one group. Repeat this group pattern going downward. Complete this round. After finishing the 6th treble crochet in the last group, work 1 more treble crochet to replace the remaining chain stitches and slip stitch. At this point, the 4th round is complete. Take a look, you should now have 6 petals formed like this. Next, work on the 5th round. Start with 7 chain stitches. Then, on the rightmost stitch of the petal group on the left side, insert the hook into the top loop of the stitch, and pick up both strands of the chain loop on the right side. Work 1 slip stitch into the chain loop. Chain 7 again. Then skip the middle stitch of this petal. On the left side of the stitch on the left, pick up both strands and work 1 slip stitch. This round alternates between chaining 7 and working 1 slip stitch. The slip stitches are worked on both sides of each petal group stitches. On the adjacent chain loops. Follow the pattern to complete this round. the last slip stitch, is worked into the last treble crochet stitch of the previous round? At this point, the 5th round is completed. Work 1 chain stitch to secure. Leave a yarn tail, then cut the yarn. Then weave in the end on the wrong side. The starting yarn tail has already been woven in. You can cut it directly. After this, once each motif is completed, weave in the ends in the same way. So motif 1 is now done. Please note that motif 1 is the only motif that needs to be fully crocheted before joining. For all the other motifs, you'll crochet and join simultaneously on the final round. Once motif 1 is completed, gently stretch out the fabric piece. Measure the size of the motif. Please note that the final round is made of chain stitches, so the size will only be fixed during joining. You can determine the motif size by measuring the 4th round. If the difference is small, just continue crocheting. If the difference is significant, you'll need to adjust your tension, or switch to a different hook size and recrochet. Next, we'll learn how to join the motifs. Before joining, take a look. A complete motif 1 should form a hexagon shape. The raised chain stitches are the corners of the hexagon. The chain stitches between every 2 corners form the sides, meaning the chain loops above each petal. 2 adjacent motifs. Each time you join, connect 2 corners and 1 side like this. Now let's take a look at the joining diagram. The body section is divided into the front and back pieces at the shoulder position. The bottom few rounds of the body are crocheted in rounds together with the front and back pieces. The remaining parts are crocheted separately at the corresponding positions. As you crochet, you can follow the numbered sequence indicated in the joining diagram. To finish crocheting all of motif 1, the large and small sizes are similar. They just have a different number of motifs. Please pay attention and crochet according to your own size. Next, let's start with the first motif. From the bottom up in the body center, the motif you've already finished is motif 1. Now continue with motif 2. First, crochet until you're left with the last round. Then crochet the first corner of the motif. Begin with 3 chain stitches. Then pick up the corner that needs to be joined. Work into the middle stitch of the chain loop. Make 1 slip stitch. This slip stitch replaces 1 chain stitch for joining. After finishing that, work 3 chain stitches. Now the chain loop for this corner is done. Continue with 1 slip stitch. Now let's join to the edge of the petal above. First, work 3 chain stitches. Then find the corresponding edge of the motif. Insert the hook from the back into the chain loop, and make 1 slip stitch. Then work 3 chain stitches. This edge is now connected. Continue with 1 slip stitch. Join at the corner position again. Work 3 chain stitches into the middle chain stitch of the corner on the corresponding motif. Make 1 slip stitch. Work 3 chain stitches. This way, the corner position is joined once more. Now 2 corners and 1 side have been joined. These 2 motifs are now connected. Then continue crocheting this motif. Once finished, cut the yarn and weave in the ends. Let's take a look. When joining every 2 motifs, pick up the chain loop from the top of the petal for the side, and make a slip stitch. For the corner, pick up the middle chain stitch of the chain loop, and make a slip stitch. Then follow the joining method of motif 2 onwards. Keep joining until the entire bottom round of the body is completed. The last motif of the round needs to be joined to the motifs on both sides. Pay attention not to twist the motifs while joining. Refer to the joining diagram and follow the order. Join 4 corners and 2 sides. After joining, double-check the positions of the motifs. Once confirmed, continue crocheting this motif. Once this round is completed, the bottom edge of the body is done. For the next rounds, keep joining motifs. You'll also encounter situations where you need to join again at a corner that's already been joined. Follow the corner joining method demonstrated earlier. At the insertion point of the slip stitch, make 1 slip stitch. Then refer to this demonstration and follow the joining diagram. First, join all motif 1s completely. That concludes the crocheting and joining of motif 1. Next, crochet motif 2. Motif 2 is part of motif 1. Begin with a chain ring method. Crochet back and forth in rows. No new stitch patterns are introduced. Now, let's show. Start by chaining 4 stitches. Then slip stitch into the first stitch. Pull tight. The cast on is complete. Next, crochet the first row. Work 3 chains as beginning chain. After turning the piece over, work 2 chain spaces. Pull up a double crochet in the small hole of the starting chain. Two chains. 1 double crochet, 2 chains and 1 double crochet. This completes the first row. This row will be the wrong side of the piece. Next, crochet the second row. Work 1 chain as beginning chain. Turn the piece over. Then refer to the chart. Work the corresponding stitches into each chain space. Continue crocheting all the way down these 3 chain spaces. This completes the second row. Continue with the third row. Simply turn the piece over. Now the wrong side of the piece is facing us. Next, pick up the first row's beginning stitch underneath. Work a back post single crochet. Because this is the wrong side of the piece, we need to work the opposite stitch, which is a front post single crochet. The way to work this stitch is, insert the hook from the right side of the beginning stitch, come out on the left side, yarn over and draw the yarn through, then yarn over and pull through all loops on the hook. The front post single crochet is now completed. Continue with 5 chains. Then work a front post single crochet, in the first row's double crochet on the left side. Work a front post single crochet, mindful that the chain stitches remain on the wrong side of the fabric. 5 chain stitches. Then work another front post single crochet, 5 chain stitches, and 1 front post single crochet. At this point, row 3 is completed. Then turn the piece over. Let's work on row 4. Refer to the chart, work the corresponding stitches in each chain space. Continue working all the way through these 3 chain spaces. The last slip stitch. Work it in the stitch on the edge of the previous row. With that, row 4 is completed. Next, let's work the last row, and work and join simultaneously. Motif 2 is roughly half of a hexagon. Complete the empty sections of motif 1, which are these 4 corners and 3 edges. First, chain 6. Row 6 of motif 2 is on the wrong side of the fabric, so first find the corner of motif 1 that needs to be joined. Then pick up the middle chain stitch on the wrong side, work 1 slip stitch and 3 chains. After slip stitching on the petal, chain 3. Pick up the chain loop from the right side of motif 1. Work 1 slip stitch and 3 chain stitches. Continue slip stitching along the petal. Check that the joining method is almost the same as for motif 1. Except this time it's on the wrong side. Following the previous demonstration, crochet the last row and join it. After finishing this corner, continue with 6 chain stitches. Then on the stitch of the 3rd row edge underneath, work 1 slip stitch. Then work 1 chain stitch to secure. Leave a yarn tail and fasten off. This completes the crocheting and joining of motif 2. The crochet and joining method for motif 2 is the same. Continue until all remaining motif 2s are finished. For motif 3 that follows, the technique is similar to motif 2, while crocheting. Add one more side and corner. Refer to the joining diagram and pattern chart. Complete the crocheting and joining. Once all motif 3s are finished, the body section is complete. Next, crochet the sleeves. Different sizes are divided into long sleeves and short sleeves. The joining diagram shows both long and short sleeves together. When crocheting, pay attention to making both sleeves symmetrical. The sleeve crochet sequence is: first crochet and join motif 4, then work the remaining motifs on top. No new stitch techniques are used. Motif 4 is part of motif 1. Start with a chain ring method. Crochet back and forth in rows. No new stitch techniques are encountered. Now, let's show. This is a sample showing the first row of motif 4 completed. Pay attention to the first row. The number of chain stitches between double crochets varies. Next, crochet the second row. Make 3 chains to start, correspond to the stitch below. After turning the piece, work into the left side chain loop, pull through 1 double crochet, 1 half double crochet and 1 single crochet. Continue crocheting this row following the chart. Once completed, the second row is done. This side is the right side of the fabric. Continue to crochet the third row. First, make 3 chains, then turn the work. Then 1 back post single crochet. This side is the wrong side of the fabric. Use opposite stitches, which is front post single crochet. Continue crocheting this row following the chart. Finally, slip stitch into the starting chain of the previous row. The third row is completed. Move on to the fourth row, chain 4 to start. Then work into the chain loops. Follow the chart to finish this row. After finishing, the fourth row is completed. Finally, crochet the fifth row. First, chain 4. Then turn the work. Continue following the chart to finish this row. Finally, slip stitch into the starting chain of the previous row. Then take care of this yarn tail. That's how motif 4 is completed. Next, crochet another motif 4 and join them together. This is a swatch with only 1 row left to complete. After turning the work, take 1 motif 4. Slip stitch into the first chain of the last row on the wrong side. Then chain 3. And 1 slip stitch. Then join at the corner position. That's how these two motifs 4 are joined together. The following motifs 4 should be joined following this demonstration. The last motif 4 of the round needs to be joined with both sides. When joining, make sure the motifs don't twist. Follow the crochet sequence. Join one side and one corner of each motif. For this last side, pick up the current and the adjacent motif at the same time. Work a slip stitch through both. After finishing, secure the yarn tails. That's how this round of motifs 4 are crocheted and connected. Then continue on the motifs 4. Crochet and join motifs 1. The crochet method for sleeves varies slightly for different sizes. I'll explain the sleeve crochet for the larger size first. Those making the smaller size can skip this part. For long sleeves, start by joining 4 rounds of motifs 1 in the round. The last round of motifs 1, and this round of motifs 1 for the short sleeve, are crocheted in the same way. Pay attention to the 2 motifs on either side in this round's flat layout. In addition to joining in the round, also need to connect them with the motif under the arm of the body. Crochet and join the edges at the same time. Pay attention when joining under the arm. You can pick up along this side. Crochet a slip stitch into the middle stitch of the chain stitch loop. The rest parts are joined with the body. Here I'll explain the joining order. First, crochet motif 1 of the short sleeve, which is motif 25 of the long sleeve. In a counterclockwise order, join 3 corners like this, and 3 sides. The remaining parts are joined with the sleeve section. Then follow the numbered order. Crochet until only one motif 1 is left. All the sides and corners of this motif 1 need to be crocheted and joined at the same time. That means first connect the 3 corners and 3 sides of the body. Pay attention to this side at the underarm position. It overlaps with the starting motif of this round. It overlaps with the starting motifs of these 5 rounds. Then continue crocheting and join the remaining edges and corners. This completes the round of motif 1 for the sleeve. That's all for the crochet method of the large size sleeve. Next, I'll explain the sleeve crochet method for the smaller size. Those who learned the large size can skip this part. For long sleeves, you need to first join 5 rounds of motif 1 in a circle. The last row of motif 1 is crocheted the same way as this row of motif 1 for the short sleeve. Follow the numbered order. Just join them in the corresponding positions. That's all for motif 1 of the small size sleeve. For the small sleeve, you also need to crochet 1 motif 5. The crochet method of motif 5 is similar to motif 1. Both are crocheted in rounds, except that motif 1 is a hexagon, and motif 5 is a non-agon. Just follow the chart to crochet. The last round of this motif needs to be worked and joined simultaneously. Let me explain the joining order. Follow the order and direction shown on the chart when joining. Join them one by one in sequence. That means start by joining 2 corners and 2 edges on the sleeve. Then move to the body. Join 3 corners and 3 edges on the body. After that, move to the other side of the body. This edge has already been joined. Continue joining 2 corners and 2 edges on the body. Then join 1 corner and 2 edges on the sleeve. Finally, this corner is the one we started with at the beginning. This completes the joining of motif 5 in a circle. The motif 5 on the other sleeve is joined in the same way. Just match the corresponding positions. This is the crochet method for motif 5. That's all for the sleeve crochet method in small size. So far, we've finished explaining the sleeve crocheting completely. Next, let's move on to edging. The edging is divided into neckline edging, hem edging and cuff edging. First, crochet the neckline edging. Pick up stitches along the neckline edge. Crochet in rounds. A new stitch technique is used. Front post double crochet and back post double crochet. The neckline edging is the same for both small and large sizes. First, locate motif 1 on the right side of the neckline front. Pick up the chain space at the right corner to join the yarn. Leave a yarn tail and make a slip knot. Pull the yarn through and adjust the loop size. This way the yarn is properly joined. Then make 3 chains to start. Then work 1 double crochet in the current chain space. Work 6 half double crochets in the left chain space. Take a look, this round is worked in the chain spaces around the neckline. Crochet in rounds following the corresponding stitch patterns. Please refer to the chart for details. After completing, slip stitch into the beginning chain. Pull tight. The first round is complete. Then secure the yarn tails. Continue to crochet round 2. First, join the yarn at the beginning chain position. Then make 2 chains to start, corresponding to the beginning chain below. Then work 1 front post double crochet. Yarn over. Insert the hook into the right side gap of the left double crochet. Come out on the left side. Yarn over and pull through. There are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops on the hook. Repeat twice. The front post double crochet is completed. Work 1 more front post double crochet. Yarn over. Insert the hook into the right side of the left half double crochet. Come out on the left side. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops on the hook. Repeat twice. The front post double crochet is completed. Work 1 back post double crochet. Yarn over. Come out on the right side of the left half double crochet. Insert on the left side. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops on the hook. Repeat twice. The back post double crochet is completed. This round is worked in 2 front post double crochets and 1 back post double crochet, alternate crocheting. Let me demonstrate again. First, work 2 front post double crochets. Then work 1 back post double crochet. Yarn over, come out on the right side of the left half double crochet. Insert on the left side. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops on the hook. Repeat twice. The back post double crochet is completed. Continue this pattern all the way around. When finished, work 1 slip stitch in the beginning chain. Pull tight. The second round is complete. Now move on to the third round. Chain 2 as a beginning chain. Then pick up on the left side of the front post double crochet. Work 2 front post double crochets. Then work 1 back post double crochet. You can also crochet following the texture below. The raised ones are front post double crochets. Work front post double crochets on them. The recessed ones are back post double crochets. Work back post double crochets on them. Continue crocheting by following the texture. After finishing, slip stitch into the beginning chain. That's how the third round is completed. Then leave a yarn tail and fasten off. The yarn tail from joining, and the ending tail, can be woven in on the wrong side. That's all for the neckline edging. Next, crochet the hem edging. Join the yarn on the back piece side. Then crochet around the hem area in rounds. Refer to the chart and the neckline edging demonstration. Pay attention to the insertion position of the first round. After that, crochet the cuff edging. As you crochet, follow the chart for picking up stitches and crocheting the first round, all picked up along the side of motif 4. So the total stitch count on each motif is the same. This is the second round of the cuff edging. The sample after completion. Note that the picking up position in this sample is not for exact reference. Next, move on to the third round. Start with working 2 chains as beginning chain, then crochet 3 double crochets according to the texture below. Next, pick up 2 front post double crochets from below. Crochet them together as 1 front post double crochet, which effectively decreases 1 stitch. When you reach the decrease position in this round, crochet it like this, as demonstrated here. Follow the chart all the way to finish this round. Slip stitch into the beginning chain after completing. For the next round, which is the fourth round, refer to the chart, or simply crochet according to the texture below. That's all for the cuff edging. Up to this point, the entire making of this garment has been fully explained. If you have any questions during the process, don't hesitate to reach us via our website, Suasn's Family, supporting your handwork experience, sharing the joy of life. Thank you all for watching. See you in the next episode.